lights are out and you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Sim Racing Media Network. We are live here from beautiful Talladega Superspeedway. I almost forgot. Sorry about that, everybody. We're excited to bring you some action here tonight. The Sim Racing Media Network bringing to you the Racers Elite Xfinity Series. Brought to you with my partner here, Troy Thomas. We're back here after 2 weeks. How are you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing well. I hope you are, Angel.
Doing good. Glass cleaned up. We're good to go. We're here at Talladega, man. It's one of the best tracks out there for racing. What do we have in the books tonight?
Well, you know, it's making friends and making enemies at the same time. You know, got to pick your friends, and then sometimes you got to leave your friends when it's time to win a race. So, be exciting to see how this race plays out.
I think Mark Martin said it best when he was talking about being teammates with Jeff Burton. He said that Jeff said, "Hey, don't wait on me because you're gonna stay waiting. You know, if it's convenient, if it works out for you, okay, then yes, let's work together. But if not, don't stay waiting for me because I'm not gonna put myself in a bad spot. And I think we forget that nowadays. I think at the end of the day, you still want to go out and win the race.
Yep, like I said, I've been burnt before by trying to help somebody out. So maybe those teammates will get together, put themselves in a good position at the end, and battle each other for the win.
Yeah, I I've had those fair share of experiences. I think we all have. We've got quite the field tonight. They're all got a few more minutes left in their qualifying session. But yeah, we've got a full field here tonight. In Talladega.
Like 23 cars, so like I said, it should be a fun race here.
Yep. Then we've got right now 83 degrees for the ambient temperature, 36% humidity, so we're on a lot lower than where we were 2 weeks ago. 6 miles per hour wind, so that's not going to be too much of a factor. Clear sky is going to be beautiful evening here, or say evening or beautiful day here at the track. The track temperature, though, I think that's one thing that we're going to be really need to pay attention to here. 125 degrees. It was 127 earlier, so it looks like it came down a little bit, but that's a high track temp to be dealing with tonight.
It's still going to be hot and slick. Tires shouldn't come into play here, but sometimes when you're coming through that trial, your back of your car wants to try to pass the front of your car, so that'll be something to watch.
No, tires are absolutely going to play a factor here tonight. You say it perfectly. I had a race here last night mentioning to you where same thing, Xfinity cars, Talladega, track temp was 123 during the race, and the tires they just get so hot on that over the long run, and we had long green flag runs last night. It was a 76 lap race, so only one lap more. I expect a lot of the same here for racers, and it was to the point where getting on pit road was immensely difficult. Oh my goodness, Troy, you're not going to believe it. I didn't make a mistake on pit road last night. I actually gained spots.
Yeah, like you said, coming on pit road on them hot, slick tires will be something to keep an eye on, these, because you don't think of as a driver coming in on hot tires when you're coming to pit, so that'll be something to keep an eye on as well. So
it's hard to practice that because you don't really go out and practice a full 25 lap run, with a bunch of cars. Here. Exactly. So you don't really have a way to prepare having such hot tires coming in. I know. Hopefully some of these drivers put in some practice. Odie ran that race with me last night, so I know he knows what it's like, and he didn't make any mistakes coming down pit road either. But it's you never know what can happen here tonight because it's still Talladega.
That's all we can say. It's Talladega. So.
Oh man, we've got 18 cars currently qualified. One more on track trying to put down a lap there, but no, qualifying's all set here.
Tots Lawson.
Yeah, let's go jump over to that. Let's see here. You are absolutely correct. We have Todd Lawson. Not too much of a surprise, honestly, right? Todd's one of those fast drivers just about every week.
Yeah, he's had a heck of a season so far. Tried to win 3 in a row, but right now he's the leading win getter here in this Xfinity series.
So we have Todd Lawson, and then we have Dale Valaquette, I hope.
Yep, I believe you are correct on that.
There we go. We're starting in the second position, and that one's only by 72/100ths of a second. But what's interesting to me is that it's 72/100ths from first to second, but second and third, Truth Hope gonna have a tie with Dale there.
Yeah.
And so
that tells you how. It's Talladega, close. And you want to try to qualify in the front or stay in the back. You don't want to be in the middle.
6/1000ths of a second later, by as far as that was, Cole Larson. Another 2/1000ths later is Matthew Jarrett. Those are just inches on track, guys. You don't realize that's what you would consider a 3-wide finish, 4-wide finish right there with those 3 drivers. So then Matthew Jarrett and Jesse Fox, they're gonna be there in row 3, so your top 6 within a tenth of each other. Then Andrew Cheth, Sean Dunaway, row 4. Chris Lacey and Lee Campbell, they will make up row 5. Row 6, is Kirby Wainscott and Curtis Ecker. Michael Bennett and Richard Odie going to be there in row 7. Colin McDonough and Trevor McGee make up row 8. Brandon Honeycutt, and then our buddy, our very own here, the SRM group, Alan Bergen there in row 9, going to make up the last of the drivers who would attempt a qualifying lap. Amir Sala and Troy logged in as a racer instead of the
wrong button.
It's happened to me a ton of times. So Troy, he's up in the booth. And then Chris Pendle, Rob Yost Jr., then Paul Shaw with Dennis Kane, and actually I do believe that would probably leave Rowan Lloyd there on the last car. Yep. Well, got 23 cars out on track right now, and I think that's going to make for a very good race here. And some beautiful paint schemes as always.
Oh, absolutely. Like Todd's Mountain Dew Code Red machine, and Truth Hope behind him in that red Wrangler car, just like that red on his. And, of course, Jesse Foxton is a Sunoco blue and yellow car.
Yeah, it looks good.
Jarrett, they're in the 80 car.
Yeah, I like that.
Chromed out.
There. Beautiful. Look, his. Cole Larson, that number 24 Baja Blast. That's a good looking one as well.
Yeah.
Well, an opportunity. Short to check out most of our drivers here tonight. If you're checking us out in the YouTube chat, thank you very much. Make sure you give us a like, share, subscribe, get those bell notifications running. Continue watching Racers Elite Xfinity Series on Wednesday nights, but Next Gen's on Thursdays, Super Speedways Fridays, Trucks Tuesdays, every night of the week just about. And thank you everybody for joining us, of course, in that YouTube chat. Let us know who you're cheering on tonight, and we'll get an opportunity to at least jump over to them, hopefully, and check out what car they're driving. And iRacing.com, pace cars ready to hit pit lane. Troy, let's take us away here for the start of this race. A little further down, though, is all. I kept getting antsy last night at that gas pedal.
Yeah, start-finish line's not where it's typically at its sister track in Daytona, so they got a long way to go before Barney starts waving that green flag and we get racing underway here at Talladega. Todd Slauson brings them through the tri-oval, and here we go racing at Talladega for the Xfinity Series. Todd Slauson gets a little run out of Truth Hope, but Truth gets right back on him. He'll probably push him to leave Dale Valley quick and not have a friend behind him that can help push him at the moment.
They come off of turn number 2, just getting up to speed. I say only at about 175 miles per hour, but that's their usual cornering speed. So once they get into 3, I'd say coming off of 4, down that front stretch, they should be just about up to speed here. As we are just side by side through the entire pack.
Truth Hope slid up just a little bit, no harm, no foul there.
As the run goes on, you're going to see that, as you mentioned, with those tires.
Yeah, but Dale was trying to sidetrack him a little bit, which slows down the second car so you can make the pass on him, but said side by side through the pack at the moment.
And we talk about how fast these races can go sometimes, and racing in that race again last night, again, it's only one lap more, 76, and I'm telling you, it's just like out of nowhere. It's like, hey guys, it's the end. We got 20 to go. Let's pick it up. It's like, wait, what? It just
yeah, exactly right.
So many things are happening. You're focusing on saving fuel. Exactly. What you're gonna pit. Everything matters. You're trying to talk with your teammates and just trying to figure it out. So, and also trying to figure out who you want to work with as well.
Yeah, that pays. Some people you just can work better with other people. Like somebody might be a better pusher with you, and you might not be able to push them better. So, just gotta find that person you work well together and try to get with them. Cruz is on the back bumper of Todd, but
and you can draft in these cars, but you can't. We say bump drafting, where you can get right up behind the driver, but you can't push them too hard because there it is. There's a little bit of a push there from Truth.
There we go. Yeah, you can get you give them too big of a bump, you'll lift the rear end of the car up, and then we'll have big trouble for the whole entire field.
Yeah, and in practice yesterday, just me and my teammates, we were just being aggressive in how hard we can push each other, just testing the limits. You know, that's what practice is for. You don't got to pay for the car, so
Absolutely.
test the limits as to really what you can and can't do, and you really learn that in just sitting there in the car, just giving it a try. And 3 lanes absolutely can work at Talladega here. It's fun, it's intense, and I know these drivers are something that they're thinking about it. But you know what? This is a lot more calm than it was last night early on. We were pretty racy even early on in that race.
Yeah, these gentlemen are calm at the moment, but like Brandon Honeycutt moved up to the outside lane right there. But like you said, they will be going 3 wide before the end of the day. I promise you that.
Well, and so you start from the back. You gotta have a goal. You know, you gotta be able to move forward, and you can't just sit behind. And what do you do when everybody's just kind of sitting there, not really making too many decisions? You just make the small passes here and there. You know, oh, I decided to go high here. Oh, go low here. Whoa, that's gonna be up front. Andrew Teft, he decided, or I'm sorry, I think it was Chris Blasey.
Blasey, yeah.
Yeah,
he to make it 3 wide.
He was trying to make a pass there and just didn't have enough of the run that he wanted.
Yeah.
And I think Jesse Fox
out in the dry, it looks like.
Jesse Fox looks like he let up to try to let him go. And Chris Blasey's actually going to go ahead and back up with him, give him some of that draft.
Yeah, and then got the 60 Lee Campbell right there with Honeycutt behind him, pushed him. So
that just means we're gonna be 3 wide here. So we go into turn number 3 and 4. Again, just something you're going to see often here. You have so much room, it looks like. But my goodness, when you're in car, you're just holding on for dear life with your steering wheel, just hoping that there's just not the slightest bit of a mess up.
Yeah, and like it's sister track at Daytona, when you go 3 wide, Daytona's a whole lot narrower than this place, so it's a little bit tricky to go 3 wide at Daytona, but you can do it. But Talladega is so much wider, and it's really no problem to race it 3 wide.
Yeah, Daytona, you're right. It's very narrow. You can make it work, but it's just a little bit too much of a risk. And you know, of course, with 70 laps to go, yes, 3 wide now is a risk, but with the space that you have, as you mentioned, it allows you that opportunity to, you know, just give it a try. See what happens. Looks like even the 11s is going to try it again here, maybe.
Yeah, like you said, go ahead and try it while your tires are not too worn out yet, too. So. The
problem is that they're probably going to be worn out when you got to make the moves.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, we're 2 by 2 all the way through the back right there. It looks like Chris Pendleton to the back a little bit.
Yep. The entire field, 23 drivers, have all stayed right with each other.
Where they started at.
Yeah. Got an update. You got Troy Thomas. You passed Amir somehow on track. Nice. Yeah.
All right.
Up 24th. Nice.
Oh no, he got me. I must have brake checked him or something.
That'll be a back and forth to keep an eye on all night.
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle.
I gotta remember tonight. We gotta actually have a little bit of a split here on the tower. I apologize, everybody.
Oh.
Yep.
Still trying to fight on the outside. Well, he's got one of the best pushers in the league behind him, trying to push him to the front. So you can't complain there with Andrew Deff pushed him.
I think as we get here, lap 10, I think this would be a great opportunity if just to look back. Now, oh, wow, hold on. Rowan Lloyd, fastest lap there, 50.91. And then you see the 94 Pendle just a little bit there on the apron. These cars, they got on the apron, it's just very, very upset.
Yeah, you don't want to go below that yellow line at all. Them cars do not like it, or any cars you race here. As Dale is trying to shut the door on Todd as they come to 3, but cannot quite make it work. Looks like the top lane is a little bit more connected than the bottom lane here.
Well, so, and that's going to happen because the outside lane, you have more availability to be more, more at throttle. You have more space, of course, it's just a longer way around the racetrack, so you have more space between the cars, allowing you to do that. But
you're not pitching the car down in the corners either.
Yes, and you're not having to let off as much. However, that also plays into the factor of saving fuel. Being on that inside, we did learn last night, did make a difference in how much you can save, whether you ran the inside or the outside over the long run. Maybe a lap or two, but hey, that lap or two can really make a difference.
Hey, that's huge sometimes. So any bit of gas you can save, I'd save it. Side by side still.
This is just great racing. Let's go ahead and check on. This is what the leader sees. Hold on just a moment. Looks pretty calm to me.
Yep.
Second in line, same thing. Or first and second lane.
Here's where it starts getting interesting.
Yeah, okay, we're in lane 2.
Ain't too bad. You can still see the front of the car in front of you. So.
Ooh, painted roll bars. We like it. We like it, Cole.
Yes, I love painted row bars.
Further back, Kirby Winscott.
And vision becomes a little problem further back in the field as well. Like I said, you cannot see what's happening 2 cars in front of you, so you'll have to lean on your spotter a little bit tonight as well.
And if you don't have an actual, spotter person, to be in the session to watch for you, you're relying on the iRacing one, and we all know it's not one that you necessarily want to rely too much on either.
Yeah, let's not rely on that one too bad. Look at Andrews going out to the outside there. Looks like I left him out to dry, but Honeycutt's going to let him back in. Ooh. Truth and Dale's getting pretty close to each other.
Yeah, Truth is out here racing tonight. We're keep talking about the advancement that we see in Truth and running top 5, but tonight let's go ahead and run up front as much as we can. And
yeah,
he was happy. He was pretty confident. I felt like talking to him before the race got started.
Oh yeah, he's been turning it on the last couple of weeks and everything he's been driving. So he's got a lot of confidence right now, and confidence goes a long way.
Confidence is so important. You see now Lee Campbell on the inside. It takes every bit, of your being. When you don't have that confidence, man, you don't want to come. You don't want to show up to the race. You're just there for obligations. But man, when you get that confidence, you are happy to show up and do some, and do some fun.
Exactly, sir.
Go do some damage.
Andrew is opening that third lineup now.
Troy, did I miss stages were added or something? We got a stage break coming that we got so racy all of a sudden?
I didn't get that memo. Did you?
We missed a week and they changed everything on us, I think.
We missed a week and we got stages and everything. They're racing like it's the last lap here.
My goodness, you got some drivers, but guess what? Nobody can get past this duo here, Truth Hoke and Todd Slauson.
Yeah, Truth and Todd's got a good team going right here. But here comes that 98 of Andrew Teft on the outside. Got Honeycutt pushing him. Curtis Eckert behind him and Jesse Fox. So, getting interesting right here up front.
See, all this tells me is that I want Truth Hoke pushing me at the end of this race because, he's a good pusher.
Yeah, look, he's right on the bumper. Ooh. 24 car of Cole Larson's doing a pretty good job pushing the number 9, but they just do not have nothing for the duo of Todd Slauson and Truth Hoke at the moment.
Meanwhile, we have our
Jarrett glued the Truth, so
yeah, they're doing a great job, and having that third car right, glued as close as you can without ever making contact is just so important as well for that line. So that shows the 80's doing pretty good. But here comes that outside lane again. They got some momentum back up. I don't know what happened, but here they are, Andrew Teft, Brandon Honeycutt, and then I think that was the
Curtis Eckert.
There you go, yeah, the 19 Curtis Eckert, and I think that's Jesse Fox with a well of a run coming in from behind.
That is Mr. Fox right there, so there's our old boy Allen in the mix as well. Jesse is committed on that top line at the moment, so
let's actually look at this view. It's a good view when he's this far back.
Now he's got painted roll bars too. That's awesome.
And in yellow too. It's not something you see. It's just a perfect match to go against the blue hood.
Sir. You are exactly right.
Nice view there. Makes me wish I was back out there, but I was there last night, so.
Does kind of make you wish you was out here racing with me at the moment, so. But at the moment, I'm glad I'm up here, not down there.
Yeah, it's also a little bit less stressful up here, ain't it?
Yeah,
That's
a
nice.
lot less stressful.
The drivers are having a great time here, staying side by side, 3 wide. Let's be honest here now, as we're about to complete lap 15. But we got to go ahead and pay the bills here on the Sim Racing Media Network. So we'll be right back, everybody, with our first commercial break of the evening. But I finally got this side by side stuff figured out, Troy, and we can keep watching this amazing battle while we do so.
Sure.
All right, we'll be right back, everybody. Okay, we're gonna take a hold on moment because this isn't working. Okay, try this one more time, everybody. Sorry about that. We are back, and boy, that 3 wide battle. You saw Truth give that 22 a shove. I don't know how the 22 didn't lose it. I don't know how they didn't wreck 20 of the 23 cars. Yet here we are, 3 wide, 10 laps later. My goodness, Troy, these guys, these gentlemen out here, they're unbelievable.
Like you said, it's racing like it's the last lap of the race. And
This is
Andrew and
wow.
them were fighting pretty tough on the outside, being it's just a 3-car freight train out the side. So, but Truth is glued to Todd tonight right now. He's not going anywhere.
Hey, you know what? If I'm Todd, I don't want to go anywhere that's not with Truth, because Truth is starting to slide up there. You're starting to see this lap 18. You're gonna start seeing these drivers really starting to struggle with those tires. The best thing to do, if you're listening, it's gonna be a little bit of advice from last night. You just let off a little bit going into the turn. I know, sounds crazy, it's Talladega, but no matter where you're at, just let off a little bit going into the turn. It will help with the grip immensely throughout the entire turn. You're still in the draft. You're not losing that much time, I promise. Because wow, it makes a difference. Wow, you see them. Look how upset these cars are.
Yeah, Matthew Jarrett's car is getting a little bit.
Oh, the 60, uncomfortable push from the 11.
Wow, good save by Lee Campbell on that. Yeah, right now it tells you how good of a car you have in this race. Tires are almost gone, so handling does come into play here sometimes, if you believe it or not.
See, I feel sorry for these guys because last night we were only given 50% fuel, so we had no choice but to come in after 19 or 20 laps. Yeah. These guys, we had the choice then to take tires. These guys can go probably another 10 laps, being 65%, maybe maybe 5 or 10 laps.
Yeah, they might be able to go to lap, well, I don't know, 20, 25 maybe. Now these front runners might not be able to go that long since they've been out front from each of their respective lines for the whole race off at it.
So I gotta imagine Truth doesn't have much left in the tank either. How much he's been showing at 22 down.
No, he's trying to drive. He's trying to drive Todd's car for him.
Well, I mean, he's doing a great job. We have not been able to see anybody just make that pass. Typically, you can get up on the outside, pass them. You see that front car just kind of make their way in front. And last night we saw it a lot of good drivers, but I just mean that Truth and Todd have just got this figured out there in the bottom, or I don't know what it is. I mean, see the 9 finally making a pass for the lead.
Yeah, finally. Well, 20 laps later, but if he wants to pull down, he will. But he's going to stay committed to the 24 of Cole Larson. So, but that has broke up the duo of Truth and Todd at the moment.
I think that Truth probably was just have to have been heating up at that point in time. There's no way.
Yeah.
I think he had to give him some room, and that's going to allow the 24 and the 9 to clear. The 9's not going to clear. The 9's going to stay in the middle. Well, I don't think he had a choice, but
No.
24, Cole Larson showing some.
Oh, he's starting to go back to the 9 car, Del Valle. Cole Larson has been the first car to pass Todd Slauson and get in front of him. Sorry for the technical difficulties at the moment, people. It's like we got gremlins up here trying to commentate the race with us. As Todd thought about going to the outside with Truth, but I thought better of it. As you can see now, the top 2 lanes have totally dissipated. So, but Andrew and them are still committed to the top line. And you got the 39 car there in the middle, all by himself, with Colin McDonough, our own Sim Racing Media guy. For the most part, everybody is single file as we head into the trioval. Now these cars, if you push too much, will overheat. So that's something else these drivers will have to look at their gauges that are pushing. And I'm sure Truth had that issue a little bit earlier in the race because he was glued to the back of Todd's car.
All right, there you go. Hopefully that works better now.
Yes.
We'll get this. We'll get this wire replaced eventually. I mean, I assume that's what it is. Well, as these guys start making it single file here, I can really only kind of mean one thing. I think we're gonna come close to some pit stops here real soon.
Yep, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. And it's hard for them 4 cars on the outside if we want to pit pretty soon, or 5 cars, I should say. Because these guys are not going to give them a break at the moment to come down and get the pit lane.
I mean, I know I wouldn't.
No, no racer would, unless they're teammates.
We are also coming up on a on the 1/3 of the 1/3 completion mark. So, do we have drivers kind of splitting this in thirds, coming in 25 and 50?
That is a possibility. So let's check this time by. Well, no takers in the front, it looks like. So that's out the window.
Oh, there it is, 24. Oh, no, we're wrecking.
Hold on to it.
It's actually not too bad. Truth is going to get the worst of it with the 9. And
yep.
Wow.
Oh, man. I think Todd went below the yellow line in the tri-oval, and it's so easy to get your car loose there and just tag the 24 car Cole Larson.
All right, let's see what all.
Yep.
Ooh, let's try that again. Yeah, 22. Todd Slauson just gets down under, and more than likely he just had maybe a big run. Let's go jump on board. Okay, let's see here.
Yeah, it just went below that line.
It didn't even look like he was that close right there.
No, but luckily it wasn't a bigger wreck. So congrats to all these other drivers. But further back, as we see Matthew Jarrett and Truth gets hit by Del Valle. So it really looks like 4 or 5 cars involved.
Yeah, hopefully no fast repairs have to get used. Only the one that they get in the race.
Yeah, and you don't want to use it 25 laps into the.
Oh, Honeycutt's got some damage there.
The race.
I think it's the left rear. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
Alright, well.
We went 25 laps.
I was about to say, yeah, we went 25 laps. Everybody's definitely coming in because you're going to have to.
Oh, yeah.
No, we got mics falling off of things. Alrighty, that's the first. I think I might have been a first in over 3 years.
Violent up there in the booth, ain't it?
My goodness, tell me about it. I spent a little bit too much time on Talladega Boulevard, I think is what it was.
Uh-oh.
Oh, goodness. Let's see here. All right, everybody's coming down pit lane. So while they do that, let me see if we can get this second commercial up. So we'll be right back, everybody. All right, we are back live here from the Sim Racing Media Network, bringing to you the Racers Elite Xfinity Series here from Talladega. Not to be confused with last week's, the typical Friday night Super Speedway Series that, funny enough, they had the Xfinity cars on Friday.
Yeah. Yep, not to be confused with that, but right now it's putting on the same kind of show they did Friday nights. Good racing here. A little bit of contact and it can mess up somebody's race for the evening.
And I know that you guys were at, of course, Atlanta, but still, there's the similarities of the overall super speedway experience. And walk us through, Troy, what that was like for you. Especially because your experience with these drivers in specific.
To me personally, Atlanta is more intense than Talladega or Daytona. Is just because it's a mile and a half. Yes, it's a plate track, but yes, you're getting off the gas too, and you're pretty close together for the majority of the race. So it's a little bit more intense because you come off the corners, you get close together real quick.
And I do totally agree, and I know that as Atlanta, I say it all the time, as it continues to age, it'll put on better races. As we are side by side here, going to be going. Green on lap 29, which does throw off a little bit, maybe. I mean, everybody's going to go, maybe to 25 laps, putting it at lap, let's see, 30 to, so what, 55?
54.
Yeah, 54, 55 around there, maybe.
Yeah.
If you can push it. Well, I guess it still gives you, 20 laps at the end, so you can still kind of split this in half and do a little bit
they
less.
Can make it one more stop, so Dill might have to save some gas, though.
You should always be saving gas, though, because there's less time on pit lane, too.
Yep. And you got to do it from the beginning of the race, too. If you're going to save gas, then you go ahead and just start from the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me. You got to come off of coming off of pit lane in 4th gear, as slow as you can, and just hitting that clutch whenever you can as well.
Yeah, clutch it in the corners. Make sure you don't spin yourself out, though, when you get off the clutch. That's easy to do as well.
I have no idea what you were talking about, Troy. I've never, ever done something like that. It's not embarrassing at all.
I mean, it's just something I heard about. I mean, I can't confirm or deny, but it's just a rumor I heard that happens in iRacing sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's just it's a silly rumor. It's okay.
So thank the Lord we don't have no fact checkers in here with us tonight.
Well, I hope not. If you are, go somewhere else.
Yes.
No, that was the first caution here.
This is not the room for you.
No, we're here for fun, as are these drivers as they're getting ready. The Geico We're getting through the Geico restart zone, and we are not quite green flag racing. That's the other Geico zone. Or signs. Wow, very late that Cole Larson, is going to wait into that box and really going to stack up a little bit of the field, but I think it kind of keeps everybody together pretty well, actually.
I think the outside's going to get a little run coming off the 2 here, though. Yeah, he went late in the box, so we'll see how this works out to his advantages. Now, Michael Bennett is in the 2nd position doing the pushing.
Well, and yeah, he's going to get a good push from him. He could essentially pull up in front of the 98 if he really wanted to pull that block, but I think he's just content riding where he's at.
Yeah, and Andrew's clear to him, so. The outside at the moment is a little bit more connected in the bottom 3, so.
The entire outside lane is, but.
Yeah.
Well, Dennis Kane's going to go ahead and.
Kane goes in the inside with a run.
Yeah, he'll split that up and kind of just make everything even once again. Kind of bring the rest of that inside lane back forward. You see that 0-1 as Sean Dunaway, who's just a little too far back. Not that he couldn't get a run from the 13, but it'd probably take another lap or so to really, materialize. And that's where, the 4 is able to just fill that hole.
And look behind Sean Dunaway, our man, 00, Alan Bergen.
Yeah, Alan making his, he said
the Burger King man tonight.
His lone start for the Xfinity Series this season. I think he's typically broadcasting on Wednesdays.
We're 30 laps in the race.
So zoom into that 00 Burger King. I almost said Toyota, kind of almost feel like
he drives a Toyota sometimes.
Yeah, well, it's what this car usually you would see one of these flamed BK cars is on a Toyota. So I was just prepared to say it.
Alan's messing with us.
Thank you, Alan. Again, a big shout out to Alan last week stepping up. I was sick as could be. He jumped in and
I had to make a surprise work road trip.
So yeah, he's definitely one of the big guys here to help us out. So again, appreciate it, buddy. Happy to see you out there racing. I hope you use some advice that I had to offer. Our Missouri native.
Dirt tracking man.
Oh man, he just loves his dirt tracking. He's come down to Florida actually in January. Keep saying how we gotta plan our first dirt race. He's coming down for I think he's coming down to Volusia for
Okay.
I don't know, Alan. I'm sorry, you'll be mad at me. Volusia's probably about maybe 45 minute, maybe 50-minute drive from where I am. No, it's probably it's about an hour maybe. I'd say it's an hour maybe. And one of the better dirt tracks
for a race.
Yeah, I don't really go as often as I should. I mean, I've never been to the dirt one. I've gone to New Smyrna a few times. But he invited me out there. We'll see if we can go get a good meetup and learn some dirt racing. As you see Todd Slauson looking to find somebody to go with him there on the outside.
Yeah, he just passed Rowan like he's sitting still on the outside right there. So
Todd wants to make his way back up.
He's probably looking. Go ahead.
No, I'll say yeah. Just you're saying, he's trying to make his way back up.
Yeah, he's looking for that 55 driver, or the elderly driver of the series. True. So we know how well they work together. He's thinking about 3 wide, but thought better of it.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta think about it. You also don't know, did he need to use his faster pair in that? And it didn't look. I didn't feel like it was so bad, but you just never know. So
no, I don't think he. Yeah.
Let's see. Look at the 25 of Paul Shaw was the only driver who is off the pace right now. He's 3 laps down actually, or is about to be 3 laps down. I apologize.
Yep. So the front, Brandon Honeycutt slides up in front of Andrew Tiff there, and then goes back down to the inside lane. Nope, coming back up.
He's like, that's the thing. You're testing the run. You know, it's like, oh, does the 98 have the run? He doesn't. Let me come back down. Let me keep my run, and then let me go back up again when he's closer. Because if not, then the 98 is just gonna go blow right by the 13 like a sitting duck.
Yep. And that messes up the inside lane because they leave that hole to be voided, or a hole in the inside lane.
And then you're 6 cars back, and you're saying, what in the world's going on? Why can't we go for full throttle over here?
Yep, done that many a time. Why are we checking up on the inside?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Last night in that race that I was talking a whole lot of crap. I'm like, man, these people in front just cannot lead a pack for nothing. I'm like, let's go, Odie. I go around him like, Odie, I can't drive this thing for nothing. I see what happened. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'll be honest with you, but man, this thing I cannot drive.
Lee Campbell slides up the 39 car of Colin right there.
Yeah, Colin, what a big push on the outside, and well, we're ready to have some 3 wide action again here. I guess it's every 18 laps, I guess.
That didn't take long while we back racing 6 laps.
Well, look who's the 3rd car in that outside lane. Todd Slauson with Truth Hoke right behind him.
Yep, and Truth's teammate Roman Lloyd behind him, so the outside line's starting to form up just a little bit.
I'm surprised Allen hasn't jumped up there to go with him.
Alan's probably just riding around that. Right
Yeah, that might be the case. We've got 40 laps to go. As Lee Campbell goes to the bottom, he's going to block that middle lane. It's going to allow Colin McDonough to get to his outside and battle for the lead with the 22 pushing there.
Oh, what a run.
Gosh, man.
Run on the outside.
Lee Campbell has to be wondering.
Oh.
Whoa, 22 all the way to the bottom. The 39 is going to block him. The 62 up the... Oh, no. There goes Truth Hoke, Brandon Honeycutt. And we got ourselves a wreck here in 3 and 4. And that's probably going to do it for Truth.
36.
Man.
Yep. Listen.
All right. Check it out. Go back over here to the 60 where I'll try the 39. Just a whale of a block he threw.
Look at this. It looked like he came up on him or something. I don't know if Lee got a bad push from Cole or not.
Let's try to see if it's zoomed in one here. I think that's exactly what it is. That was a bad push from the 24 in the middle of the turn. That sends the 60 up into the 13 to the 55.
55, 61 involved, Rowan Lloyd. Jesse Fox.
Oh, man. Nowhere to go for Jesse either.
Yep.
I'm not sure if anybody else. They do a pretty good job of staying up out of the way. The 83, that was close. Rob Yaw stays away from it, as does Odie.
Yeah. Just it happens every race. You just get a bad bump.
You're going to have one driver stay out. Every single other driver is going to come down pit lane.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been, 11 laps since they pitted? But maybe 8 green flag laps, so Colin's got his strategies working on.
Well, I mean, you have unlimited tires, so I would have come in and took tires, to be honest with you. But hey, if he feels he's all right, he's all right. I mean, it's only, he said only so many laps on there, so.
Yep. 7 cars involved in that last caution.
Wow. That's quite a bit of cars. All right, well, I think, let's see here. He's got an opportunity. It's the second caution of the evening, and don't get many of these. Let's pick a person to pick on, Troy. Who do we want to bring up into the booth?
Who do you want to bring up?
Let's see. One of these You know what? Todd's been bad fast. Let's bring Todd in here. Oh, no,
Yeah,
right.
bring Todd up here.
Hey, Todd. This is Angel and Troy here in the SRM broadcast booth. You got us, buddy?
Yeah, hey guys, what's up?
Well, our pole sitter here
How's it
tonight.
going?
You've been pretty darn fast here in that Mountain Dew Toyota Supra. You've had quite a bit of good pushing as well from that 55 Truth Hope. Walk us through what's it's been like, running up at the front of the pack and then suddenly being in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's been up and down so far. Yeah, I'm lucky to grab the pole here. Tickled about that. I think I've gotten second like 4 times this season, so glad to finally clinch that. But I started off good. My goal was just to stick to the bottom there and just try not to be in that top lane as much as possible, and I was able to maintain the lead for first run there. And then the 24 got around me, and I made a mistake and got into his rear quarter and gave him a bump that he couldn't handle, and that started that whole wreck. So I feel bad about that. Got an EOL and ended up in the back. And then we jumped up in that third lane, and it was super fast. I couldn't believe how much ground we made up in like 1 or 2 laps. Went from the very back to the very front, so I'm going to keep that in mind here later in the race if I happen to need that. So Here we go, we're about to go green though, so
yeah,
it should be fun.
Absolutely, we saw exactly that. We saw that third lane come up, and they said, "There's no surprise. Look at the third car in line. It's at 22 with Todd Slauson." So good luck out there, buddy. Hopefully we get to talk to you again at the end of this one.
Yeah, I got no faster pair left, so driving on faith now. Here we go, boys.
Well,
good luck, Todd.
I think Truth is still back there a little bit, close enough to Faith. I think with just about 35 laps to go. Good luck there. All right, let's send him back over. That's like a great. Oh, that's in the right spot. Yes, that was a great feedback from him. We didn't even realize that he had got into the back of the 24 to cause that incident.
Yep. Like I said, both cautions not been bad bumps. I mean, it happens here. It's plate racing for you.
Yes,
But he owned up and owned it, so.
Yes, he did, and that's what well, it's probably why the 24 still has an opportunity to run up front. And again, we're past the halfway point. We'll have 36 laps to go when we cross the line here to go green. So that's still one more, pit stop from there.
Yeah, so might be a splash and go of gas here at the end of this race. So see how this works off. And as our leader is not pitted since lap 26.
Well, and I think it's fair that he can do so. Again, you still have to make one more pit stop, so may as well. As the iRacing.com pace car hits pit lane. Go ahead and take us away. Or when we get there.
Yeah, we got to wait a little bit longer as Colin brings them up through the tri-oval here. Got Curtis Ecker behind him. Cole Larson on the outside, followed by Dennis Kane. And here we go, racing here at Talladega again. Good jump by Colin, but he might have got too big of a jump. Number 4 is on the bumper of the 24 car as we head into 1.
That's a massive jump there. If you can get up in front of the 24, you're right. Yeah, it might not be a bad idea. Oh, 24 is going to go behind him.
24 goes down.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Use a draft off of him, get right up beside him. Sorry.
And I bet you people topped off coming in after 1 to go too, because the inside lane was awful long.
Yeah, I'm counting.
Like some of them did.
7 drivers that actually came in and topped off.
So,
well,
keep that in mind as well if this goes green to the end.
Yeah, I mean, it goes green, absolutely not. Can they not stretch it, the extra laps? But
no.
Any little, again, if they can stay back there, keep saving their fuel, that's still extra fuel they'll have. Less time to spend on pit lane for your last pit stop. Yeah, absolutely. Give me any chance to spend less time on my pit, for my last pit stop.
You are correct. You are correct. So see how this plays out. Looks like things are settling down up here in the front. They are single file. Ooh, 24 gets a little loose. As Colin's going to the outside now.
You just had to say something. You said they were just staying side by. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Lee Campbell's looking up 3 wide up here.
How does Truth have a car? Oh my goodness.
I guess he hasn't used. Well, he doesn't have a fast repairer left. I'm pretty sure of now.
It's like they're gonna leave that 60 car out to hang and Lee Campbell.
Yeah, Lee Campbell. It looks like Lee jumped to the outside, and everybody just did not want to go with him.
I'm sure that old 60 car. I'm sure Mark Martin wanted that old 60 Winn-Dixie car won a few times here at Talladega.
Oh yeah, I've seen that thing in victory lanes a couple of times. Allen goes to the outside behind him, so.
I say that, but I actually think I have a race winning
two by two,
diecast.
the entire field. Allen going 3 wide? Nope, that's Lee Campbell.
Lee Campbell again is Brandon Honeycutt just put down a 50-58.
My own way.
Well, Allen can go with him up there.
And Rowan did a 50-59.
I think Allen's gonna go up there. He keeps thinking about it, but you gotta have a bigger run before you do it.
Yeah, he's too far away to make a move, so and he's got Andrew behind him and Kirby, so these guys ain't getting too racy yet, but they're making it interesting for us. The outside lane is more organized at the moment.
It's is he there?
Rob Yost.
Yeah, I think I think it's Rob Yost. Yeah, he said, just go ahead and let these guys go figure this out in front of me. I enjoy the view from back here.
As long as you don't lose the draft. Yeah, sometimes it's better to have this view back here than the blender, the middle of the pack.
I mean, you don't like to be in the middle of that blender? That's the best part of being. I want to be that 14 right there.
It is. I'd rather be than 39. Look at Lee Campbell and Honeycutt working together on that outside. Lee has been committed since we went back to racing here.
Oh, we're almost 4 wide. I think if it was 20 laps later, we would have been. The 19 had an opportunity. He definitely lifted for the 8. Oh, we got a blinker. That makes it really difficult here.
That'll make you lose friends in a heartbeat.
Make you lose the entire field. Everybody's gonna not want to work with you. That sucks is the outside definitely kind of killed themselves, but there it is. Truth Hoke is there pushing. You know, he's a good pusher, and there goes Alan Bergen as well. He made it up there to the outside finally.
Yeah, Alan's behind Truth, so they're trying to make that outside work.
There goes There goes a 22. Todd Lawson there in third place, the third car in that inside lane, and he is looking to make it back to the lead. And we got a Chevy, Ford, Toyota, 1, 2, 3 right now.
Oh, couldn't tell if Chris Blassie right there behind Todd. So
we also have a Ford, Chevy, and a Toyota
right now,
leading each of the rows.
You gotta love that. You're exactly right.
We almost need we need a Toyota pushing that forward. We'd have all the different ones.
Right on that yellow line.
Wow. Yeah, you need a little bit more organization on the high side. And a little bit more side drafting too.
Break up a little bit. These 4 cars are committed up there to it, so.
I mean, I would be too. Again, let's jump on board here, Truth. And look at the well of a run they get down. Oh my goodness, look at the run they get down the backstretch.
Yeah, that high line just gets such a big run.
Then let's jump. Ooh, that's where you get nice and close to these other drivers.
Here's our boy Allen.
Right down to the middle lane here. The bottom lane, Chris Blasey. Right in the middle, Trevor McGee, the number 14.
So Todd's starting to blink now. That's not good.
Just you see that every once in a while for him. So hopefully it's just fine.
I could
back
go
up
to
top.
sleep listening to this.
Oh my goodness, tell me about it. Just listening to these these V8s just roar across Talladega. Oh my gosh. Only if they were unrestricted too. Woo.
Oh Lord, that would be.
But here,
That's what Andrew needs to do in one of his Speedway series. Do with these whether the car tomorrow.
oh man, I would love to do one of those. Those at iRacing Super Speedway are a lot of fun too.
I don't think I've raced him at iRacing. Done it at Talladega, never iRacing.
So
They were what, 235
fast.
or so.
Oh my gosh, yes. I'm going
We need to mention that
230.
to Alan. I mean Andrew. One race, non-restricted engine.
I'll go racing it for fun. We these drivers are the ones having fun right now. It's 3 wide, still top of the pack, and you see the that 39. Colin McDonough has made his car two lanes wide because that 60 up there, Lee Campbell's not. He's not gonna give up the outside real easy.
No, he is not. But Kurt Ecker there in the middle car in the yellow ring Chevy Camaro's trying to make the pass for the lead.
Right here, they come flying across that start-finish line.
Yep, side's hanging on pretty good at the moment.
You know what? This is a perfect time. Let's go ahead and give our fans here a turn it up session. And that in a little while.
Yes, let's do it.
Oh, and 3 wide. It's the perfect time. Wow, man, they're switching side by side. All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and give ourselves a turn up. Make sure if you got your headphones on, we'll turn up the volume here for the cars. Enjoy them. We'll be right back. Alright, we are back here, live here with these mighty machines, as we can say. The 3 wide is just about kind of gotten split up here. Still a couple cars lingering around that inside. Not too much for help with the 80 of Matthew Jarrett, but I say that, but here comes the 60, trying to block all of them. We might be 4 wide going in there. No, the 80's gonna lift. Wow.
Jarrett got better of it, so.
He said, nope, I'm good. It's maybe in 10 more, but not right now.
Yep, I mean, you heard in the turn it up session, but there's a lot more getting off the throttle now in this run than we was earlier in the race.
Yeah, I think you said that perfectly there. A lot more off throttle as, you know, these tires keep wearing out. You know, we're coming up to about 15 laps, I'd say, of green flag laps on these tires. Over the next 5, you'll start seeing them really show their effects. And I'd say anytime in the next 5 laps really opens up your fuel, and I'd argue tire window. I think it's still long enough of a green flag run that I would still take at least right sides, maybe even 4 fresh tires on a green. Whoa! I thought the 94 was gonna lose it.
Woo. And remember, Colin is there still last pit on lap 26. Well, he's on old tires at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think he has a choice, but the question is, does anybody go with him?
We'll have to pit before these other guys do, I'm assured. He may be working some deals with some other drivers, but we'll just have to wait and see.
He had better. You know what the worst part is, though? I'll tell you, I don't care that people about, oh, I'm trying to save this strategy, this. If your strategy is no good if there's 4 of us and you pit on your own.
Yep, exactly
So,
right. You got to get the same mindset.
And we're not going to have spotters to talk to each other, so I will say right over the radio, hey, front 5, what do we are? What are we looking for our fuel, And you have people just stay quiet the entire time. It's like, man, I know we don't got to work together all the time, but we got to, work together to make it to the end.
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right. And that's where your teammates come in handy on some of these races as well.
That's you lead me right next to my next point. He's right on my mouth there. That's where the teammates make such a big difference for some of these drivers, and at least at the moment, I just it's gonna be tough.
Yep, Matthew Jarrett jumps to the lead here for his first laps led tonight. So 80 Chevrolet Camaro's looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's able to finally get up to there with some big help from that 24, which no surprise there. But the 14 as well, who has just been kind of quiet for today's race, that 14 of Trevor McGee.
Yep, he's been there. He just ain't just racing his own race, being quiet.
Actually, same with the 94, Chris Pendle. He's also made his way. I think we have a couple of drivers making their way down here. There you go.
We got some pit stops coming in. Let's see, Colin and Kirby, Rob Yost, Dale Valaquette, Sean Dunaway, Andrew
8 drivers.
Tapp, Michael Bennett. Wow. Let's see if they take.
Yeah, I want to see what some of these drivers do. Oh my goodness! Wow. All right, we see Colin. These got tires. Nice rights. 19. They look like they're getting some. No, not everybody did. I don't think Andrew Teff did. No, so only a couple of these drivers. But you know what? That's just the nice part about being in the front of the pack when you're pitting. You can kind of get in there and sneak in a set of tires while some of these guys are, doing just topping off, because you can just get, come off right behind them. And here comes the.
Oh, yeah. Here comes Alan and Jesse Fox in.
Truth, Rowan, Todd.
Throwing out. It looks like the outsiders.
The outsiders. Yep. See, communication, even though they weren't exactly next to each other on track, of course in a pack, but still communicate. Hey, we're coming down pit lane here. Let's stick together.
Yep, that's pretty. 5 of them together. That's pretty good.
Kind of looking at this front pack here, about 8 cars. Richard Odie's he's on the verge of losing the pack. I think he just might here if they don't pit now.
Yeah, and it looks like
lucky for him, most of them are going to pit.
Yeah, some of them are pitting. Looks like 5 of them or 6. Yep, Richard.
And I'll tell you, Odie was aggressive last night on pit entry. There were moments that he went by me. I said, Odie, there's no way you weren't speeding, and he would come through any single time not speeding. I said, I'll give you credit, man. You have absolutely got that perfected. So I knew there.
That's where I need to work on. And
that gives, yeah, I was conservative last night, which is fine, because I tend to, throw these away. So conservatives what helped. But yeah, he had that down, and let's see with some of these drivers. At least at the moment, everybody who pit, nobody actually came out with a penalty. At least for speeding. So
yep, not yet. And here's the last 3 drivers coming into pit road.
Yep, they're gonna send it.
Matthew, I think you got it slowed down good enough.
Yeah, they're 50, 55, I think. Yeah, it looks like they should be good to go there. So that'll leave your next pack of drivers of Chris Blasey, Chris Pendle, Dennis Kane, Brandon Honeycutt, Richard Odie. I gotta say, they did a really good job actually coming down off of pit lane as close, just about as close as you can.
Yeah, they were able to get down pit road together and leave together, which is the big key to all of this.
Oh, here comes the pack, and they are ready. They're already full throttle, about 10 miles an hour faster. Question is it going to be enough, and are they going to do anything with it? And does somebody throw a block? Because we've seen some blocks happen last night in this process, too.
Yeah, here we go through the tri-oval here.
Odie
No
decides
blocks
not to. Got 17 to go. It's still early. I would just kind of let it go. Let's get settled in here.
Yep, let's see where we're at now. And then about 5 to go or so.
So we're good on fuel.
There's Matthew Jarrett.
And Cole
He's
Larson.
still in the lead, but that draft is going to come fly by these two.
And then where's
Here it comes.
excuse me.
Yep, they got out of the way. That's smart of them, though. They can just get to the back of the draft here.
So we got a couple of unfamiliar names. Rob Yost, you mentioned Rob Yost. Sorry, he's kind of just been running on in the back there. Michael Bennett, we saw him briefly for a moment up front. He's back out here. Chris Blasey, he's been making some moves.
There's the 22 up there now. Todd looks to make the pass on Rob Yost here. Michael Bennett is hung out to dry at the moment. He'll probably get behind Brandon Honeycutt there when we come through the tri-oval, and he does. We are 2 by 2, and then looks like the 24 Cole Larson wants to make it 3 wide. Try to make passes by himself on the outside here. Now he's got help from Matthew. As Andrew Taft and Brandon Honeycutt move to the outside.
All right, we'll try this again. Here we go.
Things are trying to heat up here. Here with 15 to go.
They are very, very much heated up with 15 to go. I'd expect this maybe at 5 to go, but give me a break still. Although if you don't know where your car is like it, trying to go, this is probably the time to figure it out. You're not gonna have any more after this.
Yeah, this is where you need to. Every one of these drivers are going now. As Andrew has moved to the point with 14 to go.
I don't mean to bring it up. What was Andrew Teff's last win in the Xfinity Series?
Well, he went winless last season.
Winless so far this season, unfortunately, as Todd is to the
So we're 7
the middle
races
lane.
in. Could this be the day?
I think he certainly is looking forward to making it happen. Todd right now stuck in the middle. Can he cut down in front of?
Nobody helping Todd at the moment.
That's the curse of also being the clear fast car. You think they want to work with you, but sometimes they're also like, no, you're pretty good. I'd rather not get passed by you at the end.
Yeah, I'd rather put you behind me. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And Andrew just cut down the front there, up there, left Brandon Honeycutt in that outside lane out to dry.
Oh, he's gonna cut down right
You
there.
gotta do in these plate races.
I find it so interesting that the drivers at the front of this pack here are the drivers who actually did not take tires. I thought maybe the ones who had the fresher tires would be the ones making the moves, but you know what? Maybe this is the more patient ones right now.
How far back is the truth in
Oh, I see. There it is. Actually, no. So they, yeah. Well, Colin and Kirby maybe took right side. Some of these drivers did take right side. So, but maybe I guess taking the 4 tires really just did not work out for them. Look at this.
Nope.
They were 9 seconds back. Well, actually, right now they're also not running as fast as the front pack is either, though.
Yeah,
So they're losing time.
and they're not organized either.
As I don't know what happened, but Richard, we got sidetracked here. I got sidetracked. Richard Odie gets to the outside with Todd Lawson's help and
He
put
gets down.
Richard Odie to the point, leading here with 12 to go.
What a move by Richard Odie there. It's like these boys know it's time to start racing. But where would you want to be in this situation? Would you want to be leading or behind the leader or what?
Me, I want to be Chris Pendle at number 94 or the 24 in the third lane up there. That's where I want to be. I want to be up.
Yep, I agree. I agree.
And they are making
I
time.
want to be the leader. But no one else is going to that third lane, but they're fighting hard on the outside there.
Rob is going to say, I don't want any more of this. I want to pull off.
Get down to the bottom again. Yep, that's twice he's done that now since we've seen him.
Well, he may not have a faster pair left, and he maybe said, hey, you know what? Let me just watch these guys wreck, and then, oh, there it is! Oh, my goodness!
There it is! Oh, Andrew!
They saved,
wow.
oh my, the caution gets thrown because it needs to be, but
Caution did come out, yeah. What?
I think that helped slow everybody down,
Wow.
but wow. Oh, excuse me.
Wow. Lap 65.
It's smart. Let's see. Where's Rob here?
That was smart on his part.
We're gonna have a fun game with this with Rob. We're gonna bring him into the booth here. Rob, this is Angel and Troy here in the SRM broadcast booth. You got us, buddy?
I do.
Any chance you got the lottery numbers?
I think I avoided every single wreck tonight so far, and I probably just jinxed myself when I get in the last one.
Rob, I'm asking because you timed that perfectly to go to the back for them to wreck in the next turn.
Yeah, for me to make a playoffs, I'm going to have to throw a Hail Mary, and being up front and getting in somebody else's mess is not going to get that touchdown.
I think that's a very fair way to go about it. Troy, what do you got here for our for number 83 before we let him go back and figure out what his plan is here for the next 10 laps?
Yeah, Rob, what's it going to take you to get up front and take his checkered flag tonight?
I'm going to come down pit road and pack some weight on this back end, and hopefully that'll take some drag out of this air, and we'll go to the front.
Well, man, good luck in doing that.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate everything you do up there.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Good luck out there.
Looks like the 80 got loose and got up into the 94 at Chris.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go back up to that. Sorry about that. What's up?
No, you came back down and hit Andrew. That's what it looked like.
Oh, so
It just got loose.
yeah, let's see a rear chase view of that one. Get up to the 80 car, Matthew Jarrett. Oh yeah, you can see it coming up. Even the 94 is coming down a little bit too. But yeah, that's just tires.
Great job by everybody else, though.
That is unbelievable. That is just unbelievable. And that then led the question of who's gonna come down. You know, come down, take tires. Are you staying out? And
Oh, I'm pitting.
10 laps it's a little, it's enough. But honestly, track position, I stay out.
Well, we had some takers back here from 11th on back came down to get tires. Todd Slauson's the first one off the pit lane, so.
Thank you, Daddy. Yes, it does. It does go hard. This is some intense racing. It's a lot of fun here.
Yeah, it's go time now. We can't. You gotta take what you can get now.
I did notice that Todd actually did pit from that second position.
Yeah, he dropped him down to 11th, so. But plenty of racing left.
Yep, and at the moment, let's go ahead and give a shout out to Dennis Kane, our current biggest mover of the race, up 19 spots from his 23rd starting position. Yeah.
Yep. Good job, Dennis. We had a good race today.
Showing that Detroit, Michigan.
Chris Pendle's up 18.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, he's got an opportunity. Technically, Dennis can still get the most there. Odie's up 13, and even Rowan Lloyd's up 11 back there. So,
yeah, a lot of big movers in this race.
Big movers also mean some big droppers. Matthew Jarrett, of course, being involved in that one. Down 17 spots at the moment. Dale Valaquit.
Yeah, he got the penalty. Down 14.
I posted in our group chat earlier. I was like, "Oh, Odie taking the lead," and then Chris responds, "Hey, I'm second." Hey, I'm sorry, Chris. You're right.
Odie takes the outside. Interesting. No. iRacing pace car bringing them back down the backstretch here. Come to 7 to go when they take the green flag. We've got Richard Odie, our race leader, took the outside lane this time, and Chris Pendleton's second. And Cole Larson down there in third. Dennis Kane in fourth. So these gentlemen are ready to end this race on a high note here, so you can take the checkered flag here. Got Sean Dunaway up there in the 5th position, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on Todd and them 4 fresh tires. Lights are off the pace car.
All right, we'll try this one more time. My goodness, I think today's maybe one of the last days of this wire.
Third time's a charm.
It's Talladega. There we go. All right. Mentioned, of course, Talladega being at the other end. Barney the flag man gonna have to use a little bit more arm endurance to hold that for just a little bit longer. They're getting to the Geico restart zone here. Is it gonna be a late one through? And it looks like a little late through the box. And we're green flag racing. We've got 7 laps to go here at Talladega.
Teamwork going on right there.
That's what I thought could be a possibility. We'll see though, because that 24 Cole Larson, he is bad fast.
94.
And we know he'll make whatever move he's got to make.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 2 by 2, and there goes Lee Campbell already making it 3 wide, or looking to make it 3 wide. Nobody's going with him at the moment.
Yeah, it's gonna have to just wait a moment. Let this kind of get a little bit more organized, a little more speed into the pack before you can use, a run like that to make it 3 wide.
Yeah, everybody's trying to get their ducks in a row before we make this final push to the end.
Yeah, if you're in the back,
Honeycutt and Kirby.
Yep, exactly. Brandon Honeycutt back there. He's got to start making his move now. It's 5 to go. It goes quick, or 6 to go. It goes quick.
Yep, it's time to go. The bottom line just is not organized at all yet.
Which is incredible to me because, Pendle, clearly Cole's showing some good speed here. We know Sean Dunaway is one of those fast drivers as well. Then I think you got Truth on that bottom lane. So,
yep, Truth's trying to work his way back up from a couple incidents.
5 or 6 to go. We're coming to 5 to go as they come off of turn number 4. Dennis Kane has a great push there from that Chevrolet, the number 19 of, Curtis Ecker, and that will be the 4. Dennis Kane leading at the line. Now with 5 to go, side by side still for first. We're looking at a third lane though, Troy, coming up there.
Here it comes.
Oh, a little bit uncomfortable.
Dennis. Oh no, the big one.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, Odie's just up and around.
Oh, mercy. Still, I reckon.
Man, this reminds me of Talladega 2012. Everybody but the first driver made it through.
Wow.
Oh man,
Oh, poor
disappointment.
Richard Odie. Well, he has a fast repair, so
He's probably gonna have to tow though. That's definitely gonna cost him more time.
yeah.
That'll take away his opportunity to win this one. Well, let's go back and see what caused the mayhem there. Lap 71 caution here. Oh, man, you already see that bottom lane being uncomfortable as it is. The 24 looks like he gave the 94 a little bit of a shove. The 24 is going to have to be careful just...
Into the corner.
Yeah. Or no, maybe the 94 got onto the apron there,
I think
maybe.
he got a little loose right there by
Yeah, I don't. That's. Actually, I'll go back to the other view. Yeah, that's just the 94 getting loose. I apologize, Cole. That's entirely in the 94 getting loose, but
And it looks
there it
like
is.
Jesse got in the back of the 19.
But did the 14 get into the back of the 19? 69. Ah, the 14 got into the back of the 69. So now we got to go back us a little bit more. Does the 14 get a shove from the 98? No, I think it may just be the 14 here.
The 14 got the 69.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But I also want everybody to see now the 14's viewpoint. He can't see anything that's happening here. Go back just a little bit more so you get a good, decent context for it. That checkup, that happens so fast, and boom, it's over.
Yep.
Oh man, Sean Dunaway coming up as he was coming down too.
Dunaway.
And for those of you at home, we're gonna take one more view at this from Richard Odie's point of view. So if it might make you queasy, I'd just be weary. Man, as a leader,
Minding his own business.
oh,
He's hooked. Whoa! Brandon Honeycutt right there. It's not what you want to see as a race car driver.
is that Honeycutt? All right, we'll check one more view there from Honeycutt. And from the outside here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Honeycutt about to look him in the eye there.
Yeah. See the whites of his eyes.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, that's definitely an unfortunate start to the end of the race. You know, as we're coming down, we're gonna have what looks like our first of two green-white checkered. So while we do that, we're going to go ahead and go side by side, take our final commercial break here of the evening. I think this is considered still lap 72? No, we're on lap 73 now. So, all right, lap 73, we'll be right back, everybody. Alright, back live. Thank you again to Premier Setups for coming on board here with the Sim Racing Media Network. And much appreciated, of course. So make sure you go check out their setups, whatever you're looking for. Use the discount code SRM for, I can't remember exactly how much it is, if it's 10 or 15, so whatever it may be. I'm not gonna say a number, I don't know for sure. I'm not gonna get myself a favorite here. So, Pendle, I believe, is going to be in the lead here.
Yeah, Chris Pendle took the high side again, 24s and down low. Then you got Truth Hope, Sean Dunaway right there. So interesting end of this race here. So we come into 2 to go.
Yeah, I really think Troy is maybe the last of this one. We'll see if we
Pendle here on the outside coming off a 4.
Now, Chris also does not have his drafting partner either. You know, Odie's out of it.
Yeah, but we know how good of a pusher Truth is, so. And look who's behind Truth. Todd Slauson's up there, so. This is still anybody's race at the moment.
And Cole Larson himself has been pretty darn fast as they're going to get to the getting up to the Geico restart zone. We've seen some late starts. I have to wonder if that's maybe helpful for the keeping the pack behind you and at least close to you. We'll figure it out here with our first of 2 green-white checkered attempts. We're Green Flag Racing. Barney the Flag Man put it into work there as Chris Pendle, Todd,
Truth and Chris got a good jump.
Todd Slauson did not, denying a little contact there. They're going to be all right, though. Here comes
24
Cole.
moves up in front of the 22 with Todd Slauson.
There it is. Yeah,
A
nothing.
little swirly back here in the back.
Nothing Chris can do about that. That's a big run the 24 had with the help of the 22.
Oh!
They're almost
Right,
wrecking.
we got Rob Yost.
They're going to clear in front of that number 94 through 3 and 4. Can they keep it around in one piece before we get to the checkered line?
Todd going on the outside as we come through the tri-oval, coming to 1 to go.
All right, Chris, you just got to stay right there. Let them figure it out in front of you. Put yourself in a good spot.
On the 9 with a run on the outside. Dale Valquette comes out of nowhere.
Yep, he's going to leave that 22 just right down to the middle. Going to leave the 60 out to the hand. But now the 60 is going to have a run possibly with the 61's help. And the 00 Valenbergen as well on the outside. Oh, my goodness. They're up into the wall a little bit. But they're still got some good speed. Look at that. I'm down the backstretch.
Rowe and Lloyd pushing Dennis Kane for everything it's worth at the moment.
Let's see if these drivers can figure
Headed
something
turn
out.
3 for the final time.
They're going to get... Oh, they're getting sideways. They're wrecking through.
Oh, we got a big one.
We got a big one. We got a 3-way battle here for the win. Todd going to fall into line. Can he use a draft? Can Cole make a block? Here comes the 94 to the outside. It's not going to be enough. Oh, or can he get there?
Cole Larson with
Oh,
the win.
my
Wow.
goodness. Chris just did not have enough for the side draft to be able to slow him down. That was a close one.
Yeah, that wreck messed up the runs that they all had.
Man, that was a best friend for Cole Larson right there because he was able to just pull away and hang on barely at the end for that.
Yeah. Do not know what happened back there.
Go back and check it out in just a moment as you see Chris makes that move to the outside, tries it. I think he was scared of wrecking the 24, made a little bit too big of an adjustment.
Yep.
And that's all she had right there.
Yep, about 3/4 of a car.
What a finish. And then we'll,
Wow.
Let's let him burn it down there. We'll take a brief check exactly. So what happened right behind them?
I think the 61 car of Rowe and Lloyd got loose and hit Dennis Kane. It looks like he got a bad bump from Allen.
Yeah, it could very well be. Ah, man, it looks pretty loose there too. And even the 4 is slowed up in front of him. So the 61 may have even tried to let up.
Hit curve. I mean,
wow. All right, 24's out there burning it down. Let's go ahead and bring in our race winner here. Let's see. Is it me? Am I not finding him? Can you pop up in a second?
Is he in
Oh, there he is. He's in the waiting room.
here? Where he's supposed to be.
There he is. Cole, this is Angel and Troy here in the SRM broadcast booth. You got us, buddy.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to let Troy take this one away in just a moment, but I got to say, Cole, you had a great run there at the end and just the perfectly timed wreck to really just kill the runs from anyone behind you. That was a great job there at the end.
Yeah, man. Thank you. The whole race, I was just qualified up front, tried to stay up front, and I did what I needed to do to, I got the dub. So.
That's all that matters.
Man, you had a fast car all evening, man. How was the racing down there on the track? It looked pretty intense from up here in the booth.
Yeah, it was fun on night 3 wide, and I was stuck in the middle for for the longest time, and then got down to the bottom. But yeah, it was awesome.
What was going through your mind when you was coming to the checkered flag here? Once you know the big wreck happened, there's only a 3-car breakaway for the win.
I just knew I had to. I couldn't let the 94 get big momentum there, which he did not. So.
Yeah, great race, bud. You brought home the checkered flag. I mean, can't be mad with the win. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. And it's my first race here, so yeah.
Yeah, first race, first win. How about that? Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Before we let you go, is there anybody you'd like to thank or teammates or
like-
anything?
I'd like to thank my parents for letting me do this, all my family watching, shirts and logos for their awesome from our racing fan gear needs, and thank you to you two for doing the broadcast, and everybody for putting us on, and pretty fun.
Before we let you go, how good are you at Richmond?
I have no clue. I've never ran Xfinity there. Maybe a few
Oh,
times, but
Well, but guess where we're going to racing next week in this series?
yeah, I seen that. If I race next week, I'll be practicing.
Well, man, you put on a good show for us tonight. Congratulations on your win. And hopefully we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was your first time winner here in the Racers Elite Xfinity Series with Cole Larson. We're going to bring in buddy here, Chris. Let's see. All right, Chris. Well, you said it perfect. You are a Mark Martin fan. They'll be finishing here second once again.
Yeah, well, I honestly was hoping that I had Odie there at the end to help me and help him, but he unfortunately got caught up in that incident there. But nevertheless, second to second. You know how I feel about these plate races, Angel. So I'll come out with second. You know, I was hoping to get that win there and possibly get 2 wins and have more points there. But I'll take a second. Good points night for me, and move on to next week.
I found it interesting. You're right. You always mention how much you really just don't like these super speedway races, but you spent a lot of the race really just in the back, trying to avoid anything, and it really kind of caught up. It kind of really only happened at the end. But regardless, Chris, what's going through your mind really those first 30 laps? You know, what are you trying to figure out about your car that's giving you an opportunity to really, put yourself in a good position at the end of the race?
Well, me and Odie had a plan coming into the race. Is just he's qualified, I didn't, and we was just going to ride in the back, save some fuel, just see how the race played out and see what guys are doing and how aggressive it's going to be. And we just was trying to stay in the back and avoid it. Obviously, no stages here, so we just kind of did our thing. I was able to save some fuel there. Honestly, if we didn't have no cautions there, me and Odie might have. I think we saved a few extra laps. We might have been able to come out perfect on this if we would have had green flag pit stops there at the beginning of the race. But just trying to stay out of trouble and just play the race out and see where it goes from here. That's usually my strategy at plate races anyway, is just sit in the back, and as long as there's no stage racing, obviously sit around the back and just let everybody wreck and have their incidents and just be there at the end. And I was there at the end.
Hey, that's what matters, coming home with a second place finish, of course, out of that. And you're right. No, you're in the playoffs at least guaranteed, so it's good to just keep some good momentum, racking up those finishes. We head to Richmond next week, buddy. Some more short track racing. How much do we love for Richmond?
Well, in the words of Joey Agano, it's just short track racing, you know. I don't mind it. It's been a while since I've been racing at Richmond, so I'll have to do a little bit of practicing. But I do like short track racing in this car. It's really fun. Like I said, now I just go out and enjoy racing, have fun, and try to do my best to get Odie in the playoffs. I mean, I felt like tonight was his best night to get him in, and he was there at the end with me, and he unfortunately got caught up in that incident, and his car completely broke and shut off, so he had to get it towed. So just learn a little bit about these cars and some more and racing, and just have fun.
Yeah, he was in the air for quite a bit of it, so I can definitely see where that damage came from. Chris, let's go ahead and say
he told me he was flipping.
I'll believe it. He definitely had himself a little bit of a Ricky Bobby moment. So
yeah, he had airtime.
He didn't get out of the car in his underwear and roll around, did he?
For a moment, it looked like he was going to get out of the car. Yes, wrong YouTube channel. We'll go ahead and let you thank your friends, families, and sponsors, Chris, before we let you go and celebrate another podium finish.
I just want to thank the league, Andrew, for putting this league on. I enjoy it every week. I tell you guys every time I get on, I enjoy racing with you all. And thank you for broadcasting. Thank you, everybody, for watching the race, for being racing in the league. Just everybody that's part of it, I appreciate it. I enjoy these races every single week, even though last week was probably my worst race all year, and I hated it because that Dover's my favorite place, and I was upset last week. But other than that, I enjoy racing here in this league, and got to thank my wife. She's at work today, or she's at work right now. She should be on her way home. Oh, she is. It's 9:19, so she should be on her way home. Thank you for letting me do this every week. I know things have been struggled for us recently with our marriage and our son being at the psych ward, and just not having him home has been really stressful the last several weeks. And just to come out here and race and talk to you guys and be part of this is kind of take the mind off of it a little bit. And I appreciate it, guys. I really do.
That's why we do these things, right, Troy? We get to have our little bit of an escape, from the real world, and really just enjoy ourselves.
Escape every week. Anytime I fire up iRacing, I don't care about the world outside, no matter how things are tough and how the world's going. And our thoughts and prayers are with you.
Yes, sir, Chris. You always know that.
I appreciate it, guys. I really do. I just miss my boy so much, and I want him to come home, but we need to get his help, and I appreciate the thoughts and prayers. I really do. And looking forward to next week at Richmond. Hopefully I don't get Odie bricked next week.
Somebody might. No problem, buddy. We'll see you next week, buddy.
See you, man.
Oh man, that's what we love about iRacing. You always still something's always going on with our lives, and we get the opportunity to just enjoy ourselves and come out and enjoy a race.
Let it go.
Exactly, just let it go. I think Todd himself, Todd, I don't know. Do you want to go this race? Pole position, finishing third, so close yet so far.
No kidding. That's exactly what the story of my race was. I'm just glad to pull off third place here. It was an up and down night. This race is just a mental drain. These super speedways are. They're so much fun, but they're also you're just thinking the whole time, like, what should I do if you're in 12th, 13th place on the bottom and the back? Do you ride, or do you go ahead and float to the back and just try to avoid a wreck, or do you try and get up to the outside and go up to the front? And it's just the whole time you're trying to make decisions and you're just calculating. So it's exhausting, but I had a great time, and these guys are so good, to go as long as we did without cautions. When the green flag runs we had, tires were actually wearing out and the car was getting loose and becoming a real handful. It was an awesome race.
Yeah, that was just a ton of fun to be able to watch here. Of course, from our side, I had my fun last night in the Xfinity car, so I don't have to be jealous for once at Talladega. But I know exactly what you're talking about, though. Tires getting wore out. Same thing. We had long green flag runs yesterday, and it really does change the dynamic of what you typically feel at Talladega, and it allows you to really just enjoy yourselves. Kind of just changes it up a little bit. So third place, yes, it's still a good one. You have your wins in the season. Just like Chris said earlier, I've got to win. I'll be happy with some more, but a good points day isn't the worst thing either. Next week, the first two drivers said Richmond is. We'll have to see. What's Richmond like for Todd Slauson?
Ooh, it's even worse than that. I despise Richmond. To be real honest with you, I hate that track. I hate it so much. It's just not my style of track, so I'm not.
It's a challenging track.
It is.
I love it.
And you just step over the edge one time and it's over, So, you can burn that right front off so easy there. And then you got a real handful, and it is a very challenging track. Not my favorite track for sure, but I'll do my best, and I'll just try and get a good top 10 there probably. But most definitely, I used my fast repair that first wreck, so I was going the entire rest of the race without a fast repair, and that was very nerve-wracking to say the least. To even finish the race, much less get third, I'm very happy about that.
Well, I mean, I'd argue you didn't really give yourself good opportunities to not have to get wrecked out either. You were driving through the field, slicing and dicing, but like you said, it's a choice. You either sit back or you go out there and you try to make your way up to the front. It's a lot more fun that way. I think so.
Yeah. I knew I had a decision to make. I was like, do I just go to the back and make this boring at this point, or do I just forget about it and pretend I still got one and just drive this thing? That's what I did. I just forgot about it and just drove. So worked out for me this time. Doesn't always. So I hate that we had that big wreck on the last lap. Everybody was it was so tight and everybody was pushing and very wide, and we finally exploded there in the middle of 3 and 4. So that kind of sucked, but ruined the finish. But it was a great race all the way up till that point. So I appreciate you guys. I know you guys put on a great broadcast. I cannot wait to go back and watch it. First thing I do Thursday morning every week. So I appreciate you guys. You do a great job, and also appreciate Andrew and all the guys in the league here. They're a lot of fun to race with. Good, clean drivers. So I appreciate all the drivers in the league as well.
Hey Todd, we do always say though, you guys put on just a great show, and it's just fun to be able to sit up here, watch it, talk about it. It's a lot of fun, definitely, and when you have such a great group of drivers as you mentioned, it truly is a show that gets to be put on. So we're appreciative of it here, and I hope that we'll see you again for you did, like you said, you finally were able to get that pole position, and you had a couple seconds. So let's go ahead and pick up a couple more here before the regular season ends.
Absolutely. I'm just going to try to maximize some points right here at the end. So I'm looking forward to it. Should be fun.
Perfect. Well, good luck, buddy. Have yourself a good week here.
Hey, we'll see you guys.
Have a good.
Oh man, these drivers are always such a blast to be able to talk with each and every week.
Oh, absolutely. Like you said, something we didn't mention during the race. This is a mentally draining racetrack.
Yeah, I think that's something that you're right. We forget to mention that, especially on these long green flag runs, that you can just sit there and be like, oh my gosh, you're just getting almost desperate. Like, what do I do now?
Yeah, like you said, you got to think 2 steps ahead of what you're going to do.
So as we finish up here our broadcast, we'll go over our race results here for the Racers Elite Xfinity Series at Talladega. We have Cole Larson in his debut winning the race. Chris Pendle, I think you called it earlier, going to be the biggest mover of the race, up 18 spots to the second position. He did not qualify. Nice. Todd Slauson, unfortunately, losing 2 spots from his pole position, but still third. Good podium finish. Chris Blasey and Sean Dunaway, going to round out the top 5. Colin McDonough, nice recovery there. Curtis Ecker, Rob Yost, Michael Bennett there. And then Andrew Teft rounds out the top 10. Brandon Honeycutt, Trevor McGee, 11th and 12th. Truth Hope would finish in 13th with Dennis Kane in 14th. Rowan Lloyd there, 15th. Our own Alan Bergen would finish 16th. 17th belongs to Kirby Wainscott. 18th for Matthew, Dale Valiquette. I almost said that one right. It's
Bell
funny.
Yeah.
It's funny there. In our chat, he said, turn 4, Dale dies again. Back to Jared there, 18th. Richard Odie would finish in the 20th position, unfortunately. Jesse Fox, 21st as well. You saw him involved in that same incident, along with Lee Campbell in 22nd. Unfortunately, they did not have a faster pair to help get them back out on track. And then Paul Shaw would round out the field of drivers that did start the race there in the 23rd position. My goodness, Troy, what a race here tonight.
It was an exciting race. They I mean, that's what you come to expect at Talladega. A couple bad pushing, some blocks, and we end up winning an exciting race.
If that's not the case, then you know what? Then what are we here for Talladega? You said it perfectly.
Absolutely.
We had next week again mentioned to Richmond. I know it's not a track that everybody loves. Probably one of my favorite tracks. I do really love whenever we get an opportunity to race there. And then, of course, tomorrow night, the Next Gen Series will be at Phoenix for an afternoon race. Great, exciting one there. 120 laps. The trucks come back to Gateway for a sunset race. Yep. Mentioned our afternoon race at Richmond next week. And then the regular season end for the Next Gen Series is next Thursday, the 14th at Auto Club. So we thank everybody, as always, for joining us on the Sim Racing Media Network to watch our Racers Elite races that we get to put on each and every week. Myself, Angel Santiago, my broadcast partner here, Troy Thomas. We wish you all a fantastic evening. Stay safe. We'll see you all next week.